What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Friday Night Shit Chat. I'm your host for tonight's Nikko, the movie master.
I'm your huckleberry.
Joined by my co-hosts, as always. I got Dan, the heartthrob, there.
Welcome back, everybody. How you doing?
And then, of course, we got Nick, the dungeon master.
All right, we need you guys to give me a dexterity saving throw. I mean, hey, what's going on tonight?
Nice, very good. Dexterity saving throw. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Nope. Are you fighting me?
What?
Are you fighting me?
I don't know. Who are we fighting? You're the dungeon master. You tell me.
True. I don't know.
Anywho, so doing things a little bit different tonight, guys. In terms of what we're drinking, so we decided to either pick a theme or we're gonna pick a beer for the group. My choice tonight, as the host, was that we were gonna have something Sam Adams. So, I'm having a Sam Adams Cold Snap. Nick, what are you having?
I'm following suit and having a Sam Adams Cold Snap.
And then Dan, what are you drinking, sir?
I'm having a Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Boston Lager.
Aston Lager.
Ooh, that was crisp sounding. Almost. Someone would say a cold snap.
See what you did there.
I think he said the thing about the beer, right? He said the thing.
I did
You
say
said
the thing.
You said the thing.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
I mean, Porch Rocker is better, but
Dude, I'm so pissed that I finally did that. So, folks, tonight there's not really going to be a topic per se like we normally do. I just wanted to have a chill night talking to the boys. So anything kind of goes. The only edict we have, only set of rules we have is we're not going to be talking about work for obvious reasons. But on top of that, we're not at work. We shouldn't be talking about work. So it's time to chill. It's Friday night. We're having a chill chat or a shit chat, if you will.
Oh! He said it.
I did say it. That's the second time tonight I've said the thing.
Are you a winner?
Am I a winner?
Yeah. What do you win? Another beer.
I know. Another. I've got fucking 11 more of them to go. So.
Oh, you bought. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. Never mind. You bought the variety pack. I thought you bought 12.
I bought the variety pack. No, hell no, dude. So, folks, I originally wanted to get the Porch Rocker, Sam Adams Porch Rocker, because it sounded good and I hadn't tried it before. And so I was just like, yeah, I'll go get it. But then I was like, man, what if I don't like it? I don't want to get the 6-pack. I was like, you know what? I'll get the variety pack because the variety pack had like a blueberry one. I can't remember what it's called, and like a couple other ones. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll have the 3 Porch Rockers if I like them or whatever like that. Plus, I'll have the blueberry one. I could try that. I'm sure I'll like that because I love blueberry. So I was like, fuck it. I'll get the variety pack. Only to get home and realize I grabbed the wrong variety pack. Didn't have the Porch Rocker in it. Didn't have the blueberry one in it. So yeah. I guess literally. Where's my sad music? World's smallest violin in for me.
You know, you could have just bought the 6-pack of the Porch Rocker and then brought it to my house to be consumed on Saturday.
I could have. I definitely could have, but again, I was thinking in the moment, not ahead, and I didn't make the right choice apparently. So
those peepers of yours weren't working. So that's
dude, we already know my peepers don't work as well as I kind of hope that they do.
If Dan was there, he would have got the right thing, right?
Yep.
Probably would have, but it's also wearing glasses, so. Dan wears glasses, so we know his vision's good better than mine. So.
Yeah. Do you not wear glasses?
No, I mean I'm supposed to, but I don't.
Therein lies your problem, sir.
There you go.
But I don't need to wear glasses for like things near me. I need to wear them because I'm
Apparently you do.
Oh, Fucking apparently, right.
Oh, damn!
Oh man.
God
I'm sorry, I
damn it.
love you.
Don't apologize. That's too
That's
good.
right. That's
So what you're
right.
saying is, if you were at the other end of the store, you would have been like, "Oh, there's the porch rocker," but because you were close, like, I don't know.
No, I'm supposed to be able to see up close, but I can't see far away.
So you picked it out from the other side of the store.
I fucking apparently so, dude. I mean, I must have been like by the self checkout, and that thing was in the liquor section. So I was just like, yeah, I think I could see it from here.
Let me just stretch Armstrong that shit.
Literally, yeah. Stretch
Oh
Armstrong.
man,
Remember that? Remember those things?
Stretch Armstrong?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They tried to make a comeback not too long ago, but I don't think they were very popular.
No, yeah, they didn't last long. I remember that. That was a couple of 2020. Was it 2020?
At least if it wasn't 2020, I know it's been in the last 5 years for sure. Somewhere, because I remember seeing a commercial for him. I was like, "Huh, Stretch Armstrong
Neat.
making a comeback." And then I was just like, "I don't think there's any Stretch Armstrongs anymore."
Just like yo-yos. You remember when yo-yos were popular?
I still like yo-yos. I haven't had one in a very long time, but I like the concept of them.
I feel like when I was in high school, everyone had a yo-yo, and there was like 50 different yo-yos. When you went to Target, there was like the light up and the blue and the purple, and now it's like you go there and it's like generic yo-yo. It's like, oh boy.
Jesus, when did you go to school that everybody had yo-yos in high school?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It would have been elementary. No, it would have been middle school. It was middle school, like elementary. When I went.
Yo-yos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming back again. New Stretch Armstrong toys for basic toys are expected to arrive at retailers worldwide starting fall of 2025. They're coming back.
That they're coming
Again?
back? Did they make
Third
it?
time's the charm.
I'm trying to think, because didn't they have like a gimmick with them this time besides just the regular Stretch Armstrong?
They look
Wasn't there like some that?
stupid.
Oh, I mean that was kind of. Let's be honest here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this one looks like anime hair and anime like goofy face. Pass.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. Freaking they probably have like freaking like Dragon Ball Z characters, and because I think they probably started having Marvel characters, if I'm not mistaken. I remember when they used to have wrestlers as like Stretch Armstrongs. I think I had the Undertaker once.
Possible.
That was pretty cool.
They have a pop vinyl of Stretch Armstrong. That's
funny.
You have a pop vinyl of a toy? What?
They got pop vinyl.
They have
everything, man.
I was gonna say, yeah, there was a bunch of like toys that they had freaking pop vinyls for. Look this up, Undertaker. So I know he had one. Not Stretch Armstrong underwear. No, thank you. Maybe weird. Oh yeah, dude. Back when it was still WWF.
Since we're on an ancient toy kick, you guys might be too young for this, but maybe not you, Nikko. But do you remember creepy crawlers?
Hell yeah, I remember creepy crawlers. They were the things that you could create, right?
Yeah, you like mix up the mold and then pour it in like the mold, and then you put it in like the oven thing, and they like made like the rubber. I don't even know if they were rubber. What they were like that? Like I don't know. What were they? I'm sure we could find out. Do you know what those are, Dan?
Yeah, I was too broke to have one. No.
There's somebody selling one on eBay for $3.75. Interesting. Creepy crawlers.
$3.75.
Yeah, I think it's the art. I think it's the box.
I was gonna say that's really cheap. We should order it.
Creepy crawlers bug maker. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Then they had the edible version. You remember those?
That's the one I think candy? I remember. Yeah.
So that was called like Dr. That was something else. Oh man, I can't remember what it's called.
I definitely remember seeing the commercials for both of them because I mean, 80s and 90s were like the golden age for freaking like product toy lines, and you would always see them Saturday morning cartoons because you know that's what all those cartoons were just freaking long form commercials for the toys that they were trying to sell.
It says Incredible Edibles, but that doesn't look right.
That sounds wrong.
Right? Dr. Dreadful's Food Lab, that's it.
I
By
remember
Tycho.
that too.
Yep.
But it wasn't just the creepy crawlies. Didn't they have like other things too?
Well, the ones that they're featuring on the box are like flies, skeletons, Dracula, a
I think
spider,
yeah.
and then they had like the skull that had like the bubbly goop coming out of it.
Nice. Very nice.
Gross, creepy, and make it yourself was the definition of 90s. We had the raddest toys. Oh boy. I guess.
I don't know about the dopest toys. I mean, some of them were really cool. I would say that the toys, like the innovation in toys in the 80s, were probably the best. Like the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Because that's when a bunch of like toy companies started coming out with, you know, you had like G.I. Joe, you had Transformers, Armstrong, freaking Kenner was, you know, starting to come out with toys and stuff for like for they did a bunch of Star Wars stuff. They also did they did a lot of like pop culture type things. They were kind of like they were almost like the pop vinyls are now, because like every major like really every major like pop culture thing or icon like had a Kenner doll made. So I know like all like Batman 66 did, Star Trek did, Star Wars did, probably a couple other ones that I'm not thinking of. Probably like the $6 Million Man, all that shit.
Did you have a lot of 90s toys then, Dad? Because you were probably playing with toys in what? Late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s. I remember having Furbies.
Oh, my
I
sister
remember.
had a Furby, and I was nah.
And then the fucking the troll dolls.
Yep.
A lot of WWE or WWF figures.
Yeah.
With the
I had a
toy
few of
rings.
those.
Do you guys, either of you, remember Mighty Max?
Mighty.
So,
Yes,
girl-
kind of.
So girls had the Polly Pockets, like, and there's those little like play sets that like opened up, and there was like, you know, they had dolls, but Mighty Max was like a monster, and then Mighty Max came with it. I believe my cousin Mike and I. Yeah, there was a show. Yeah, there was. We might have talked about this on the TV.
I think we did. Yeah.
Well,
We
my
did a
cousin
little
Mike
bit,
and I we obviously collected toys as a little kid, and I think between the two of us, we probably had all of them. But like, there were these little play sets that were like, you know, the one I'm looking at online is the Snake and the Skull. I remember those two, but they opened up and they came with like a monster or two, and like places where you can put Mighty Max and stuff like that. And man, I don't know, they were fun. And like every time we wandered to the store, it was either Hot Wheels cars, Mighty Max, or Z-Bots, which I also remember bringing up on this podcast.
Z-Bots.
Oh
Did
yeah,
you
Z-Bots.
Z-Bots.
I did mention that, yeah.
That fucking sounds familiar, but I don't. Hold on a second.
Recently, I pulled out a toy bin from my basement, and I opened it up, and I still have my Z-Bots. Some of them, not all of them.
Nice.
Oh, it was by Micro Machines.
Yes, Micro Machines made them.
See, I never had Z-Bots, but I had some Micro Machines.
Oh, I had tons of Micro Machines. Yeah. But yeah, that was one thing that my cousin and I, Mighty Max, Ninja Turtles, Z-Bots. I think we both collected Z-Bots. He was more into Ninja Turtles. I was more into Hot Wheels cars. I have a ton of Hot Wheels cars from back in the day. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, staying on the nostalgia train, Nick, you want to tell people what you've been hunting for lately?
Nope. I sure don't. Nope. I sure don't. Nope. Yeah, I guess. I mean, oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
similar
if you don't want
to
to, you don't have to. But
no, I don't care. I don't want people to think that I'm scalping is the thing. But
oh, obviously not. You've been a victim of these scalpers.
I've been a victim of scalpers. Well, I mean, I don't know what possessed me to do it because, like, the set I'm actually after is 2 years old already. Maybe it was the fact that I thought, oh, hey, after 2 years, no one will be excited about that because everyone's excited about the next best thing. But I've been proven wrong time and time again, and I have joined the ranks of people searching and hunting and scrounging for Pokemon cards. I scored a hit today of 10 packs of the 151 at retail price, which is surprising since everywhere else wants to charge $15 a booster. So I felt like I won today, and I really do believe that. However, I didn't pull any of the big hits out of there. I think the best card I got out of the packs were Zapdos, maybe Articuno, but no Charizard, no Blastoise or Venusaur. Or one of my favorites, no Alakazam, no Gengar, but we'll get there eventually. So I bought 10 packs. I'm not reselling them, so I'm not scalping anybody. I'm not stealing them from kids, I promise. But yes, on the nostalgia train from the 90s, I am looking for Pokemon cards.
You hear that, folks? So if you're out there and you're out in the wild and you happen upon some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 151s, that's what Nick's looking for. So buy them up.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, buy them all. Make sure I can't spend my money on this.
Be nice. If a kid's looking for them, give it to the kid. And
absolutely,
if you don't want them, but you happen upon them, Nick might want them. But I mean, at honestly, regular MSRP.
Yes, yeah, not like $40 like everyone's trying to charge. Honestly, if a kid had walked up to me when I was buying these and asked for like 2 or 3 packs, I would have given them. Like, I'm totally cool with that because it's so hard for these moms and these grandmas and these kids to find the stuff nowadays because everyone's just, I was talking to a store manager at a store today, and she said like some of the people were putting trackers on this, like the card stocker's car, and just being all around rude to the the guy that's stocking the cards, like ripping stuff out of his hand. And I'm like, if this is how you're treating the hobby, you don't deserve to be part of the hobby. Like, that's just not
literally,
yeah, like taking stuff out of like little 6-year-old kids' hands. Like, if anyone took anything out of my son's hand, be it a Pokemon or a Hot Wheels that he had in his hand first, I promise you guys would be bailing me out of jail or Ashley, I guess, but no one, like, especially if it's a kid's thing, like if it is intended for children, and that's pretty much why I'm doing this, because Gino decided he likes Pokemon, so I'm like, cool, yeah, like I can get some cards. Silly me, like, honestly, like, almost feel like I disappoint him because you can't get cards anywhere. You got to get lucky or you have to overpay, and it's like, I don't know. I'm into it because I like Pokemon, but also I'm not about spending like my entire savings account on Pokemon cards because my 4-year-old wants some Pokemon cards. Like, it's not happening. But again, if he had cards in his hand and some 40-year-old guy is taking it out of his hands, I promise you, I'm in jail. Like, I'll be honest. So stop being assholes out there. Seriously. That's all I got to say about that.
Right, exactly. At the end of the day,
and save me some cards, specifically me. Sorry, Nikko, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I was like, not only that, but like it's a thing for people to collect, like who actually enjoy collecting the things, who appreciate them either for their art or whatever the case may be. and it's for kids. At the end of the day, like the franchise is for kids, so those should be the people who are getting the things first before anybody else, and then everybody kind of falls after that. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand, like, hey, there is money to be made off of these things, but like, dude, there shouldn't be like, it should be like how baseball cards were back in the day, where it's like, yeah, I got a freaking, just for shits and giggles, a Mickey Mantle from whatever early pack from like the 80s or some shit. And it's just like, okay, yeah, that has some value because it's an older car, it was rarer, and it's from a different time that you can't get anymore. Not, oh, hey, these cards are still, the ink is still freaking drying on them, like, let's sell them for buku amounts of freaking dollars. It's like, come on, man, be realistic here, folks. Stop creating a demand for things there shouldn't be a demand for.
And honestly, a piece of advice, if you guys are collecting Pokemon cards, be careful of what you buy online. There are a lot of people that like have learned how to reseal packs. So what they're doing is they're opening them up, the packs, and they're taking up the rare card and they're putting in a random rare card or even just an energy, and then resealing the packs. And like they look like if you don't know what you're looking for, you can be fooled by a resealed pack. And I'm telling you, like, they're still going to sell it at an increased price without the rare being in there. Not that the rares make the packs, but like you don't want to be overpaying for someone else's. Like someone bought it at MSRP and then took the stuff that everyone's looking for and then resold it at a higher price because they think that stores like Amazon and Walmart online are allowing people to resell through, and you just can't trust that stuff. So unless if you go to a Pokemon machine or you get lucky and happen upon cards at a Target or a Walmart or Best Buy, or even one of the the Pokestop machines that are out there. I know some jewels in the area have them, and so does like Woodman's. Like those are legit, but that's what everyone like solicits, and good luck. Like, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you're really trying to collect, good luck because it's barren out there.
But aside from that, Dan, what's going on with you, man? What's been up?
Nothing much, man. I mean, still on the collecting part, still on the Hot Wheels train, but I feel like that's died down, thankfully. It's not as bad as it used to be. I remember a couple years back, you couldn't even find stuff on the shelves, and now, thankfully, they got bins full of them at every store I've been to. But I mean, yeah, the scalping thing is horrible, dude. I feel like across everything, it's just really bad. It's just people trying to take advantage of people that actually want or need the things. And I remember I was building my PC post-COVID, and the graphics card scalping was out of hand, dude. That was ridiculous. That was so bad and so annoying, dude. Just people, at the end of the day, just people being greedy. Don't be greedy.
I will say on the Hot Wheels thing that it may seem like it has gotten better, but it really hasn't. That's another thing like that older people are taking out of kids' hands. Like, why? Like, if the kid has it and he likes the car, who cares if it's worth millions of dollars? Let the kid have it. I don't understand that.
No, yeah, that's true. I mean, like at least now they have stock, but for some reason back then they're just buying out everything. But yeah, I never looked at it like from the. Honestly, I never really cared about like if it's like a rare car or if it's worth it. I just buy the cards because I like. And if I already have like a certain model, like I won't buy it again. But I like that now. There's like enough to like look through, as to back then there just wasn't shit on the shelf or the bins. I mean, people were even taking like the shippers that they were putting up.
Yep, I saw that. I saw that on excuse me, on TikToks maybe or something. I saw people just like loading a shipper or something crazy into their cart and just buying every single Hot Wheels car. Like, why? But that it's no different than what's going on with Pokemon. It's literally what's happening. Like, they fill these machines, and if you're not I just was talking to the guy where I got my packs from, And he's like, yeah. He was like, I was in line at a machine, and the guy that was, first in line bought the whole machine. Every Elite Trainer box, every booster pack, every mystery pack. They got nothing. So I know, Dan, we were talking like yesterday that they're updating the machines to like limit how much you can buy. Well, that's why. Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah, it's messed up that you have to do that.
Right?
But I mean, yeah, because now they're limited to, I think it was like 1 or 2 Elite Trainer boxes per person, per card, per day, or something like that. And then they're doing that one thing where it's not putting all the inventory it has up for sale at once. So it'll say it only has a certain amount, and then maybe like an hour or 2 later, it'll automatically release like another 3 or 4 that are in the machine to sell, which I guess is pretty smart. I think you were saying it's pretty dumb smart.
It's the smartest dumb thing they could have done, or the dumbest smart thing they could have done. But they have to do something. Like, and again, maybe I don't know if it's just because I have a kid or because it's intended for kids or whatever. But like, I understand wanting to collect as an adult. I do it myself, but like, leave some, like, I mean, see, the problem is that everyone's mentality is that, oh, if I don't buy everything, that means someone else is going to buy it and they'll get the rare card and I have to buy everything. But it's like, dude, I don't know. It's just silly. It's just silly. But
yeah,
it
definitely is.
It's the way that, like, I feel like it's a way it got people were making money during COVID scalping cards, scalping anything, really. And like, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
And so during that time, dude, I remember it being it was rough to get anything because, like, so I remember, was it that year that PS5 came out? The PS5 dropped, but the thing with it is like, so almost no big box store was getting any, and if they did, they got very, very few. And then like in store, like literally in store, but they were selling them online. But when they sold them online, they literally had queues for people to wait in order to buy them. They had like limited stock on how many people can buy, because people, like, when they put them up initially, people were freaking putting them. They were buying as many as they could, or however many that they could afford, or whatever, like 4 or 5 at a time. And mind you, the things costed what? They cost, I think it was $500 for the discless and $600 for the disc version, the one with the disc drive. So like, it was insane because like, I had my buddy, for for you guys, so well, I haven't told you his name's LJ. Anyways, Bankai Merc, the guy I did the other podcast with, he was like on the hunt for him too, and then he would, like, whenever he was like trying to get one, he would send me the link to the one, like, wherever it was that he knew had one or that they were going in stock or whatever. And then we would just like try to get one. Eventually he got one. Almost every time that I tried to get one, I came up short, or there was like one time that I actually like had it in the cart, got to the payment screen. As soon as I finished putting my payment information in, went to click buy, and it said, "Sorry, this item sold out." I was like, "Are you serious? How?"
Jesus.
So like, but like, what people were doing was they were buying up as like a ton of them, or as many as they could, and then instead of selling, people weren't selling them for MSRP. They were selling them for, like, at one point I remember seeing a disc version upwards of $1,000. I was like, seriously? You're freaking raising the price double. That much? Like almost double, yeah. I was like, are you kidding me right now? It's like, I understand that like they're in demand, but like, who in their right mind is going to freaking buy this? And then like on top of that, it's at this, mind you, again, at this time it's 2020, in the height of COVID pandemic. So like, people who are, there's a lot of people who are out of work, or who haven't been working as much because they can't go to work unless they were able to work from home, which not a lot of people were able to. So yeah, it was just like it was rough all around. So I was like, who in their wrong ass mind is going to be paying these freaking prices for this outside of a retailer? You know, like, yeah, I like. Do I want a PS5? Yes. Do I want one that bad? No. And as evidenced by like, I still don't have one. Like no, dude. Like that's ridiculous. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna pay almost double the price for something that like, do I need it? No. Do I want it? Sure. But like, not at the expense. Like, I mean, it's already at my expense, not at almost double my expense. Like, there's no way. And like, I wanted to laugh because I was just like, there's no way that people are gonna freaking buy these, and then these assholes who freaking are scalping them are gonna end up with 5 freaking PS5s and not be able to sell them, until like next year or whatever. And by that time, they're gonna be freaking, the stores are gonna be lousy with them. Silly me. I mean, there were still obviously people who wanted to freaking buy them, so like they bought them. But scalpers gonna scalp, man. I don't understand. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now the resellers I do respect are people who like, especially when it comes to like community, people who will go to like thrift stores or like estate sales and stuff like that and buy things that are, mind you, old or vintage, and then go and sell them for like an upped price or whatever, or get things secondhand and sell them for a little bit more just so that they can make money off of the sale or whatever. That I can respect. But people going out of their way to do shady shit like stalking the freaking guys who stock the freaking poke machines, or people who wait for freaking Target and Walmart to drop new toys or new cards or whatever like that, just to swoop them all up and screw everybody else who was wanting to come in here and buy anything. Like, I got no respect for you, man. That's ridiculous. There are other people in this world who are trying to collect for personal reasons, whether it be for them, for their own personal collection, or for their kids, or for people that they know, people like loved ones or whatever. Like, come on, dude, don't be doing shit like that.
Yeah, on the topic of that still, if we have some more time to spend on that, do we feel that it's like the scalpers, or do we feel like it's the company itself not making enough supply? Or do you think that if the supply were to go up, the scalpers would just get worse?
I definitely think there's a thought that, or there's some evidence that there's that if the stock were to go up, the scalping could get worse. But if it's something to where like they were stocking those things every day, or like they kept a good hefty stock of them in like back of house or something, I think eventually the demand for them would die down. I mean, that's just simple economics, right? It's supply and demand.
Right. That's why I'm asking.
High supply, the demand for them goes low. But like if it's like a thing where like they up it by, if they up the stock by like, I don't know, 5-6% or whatever like that, I can see scalpers getting worse with it. But I think once it gets to a point where they have almost double their freaking, double their stock or whatever like that, then I think by that point it'll just kind of kill the market. You know what I'm saying? Because then everybody can get their hands on something.
Well, adding on to that, do you think if people would stop buying it at such inflated prices, it would kill the scalpers?
Yep, 100%.
And that's the problem, is that no one, like, everyone wants it so bad that people are willing to spend the money. And it's just like, I get it, but dang, like,
yeah,
just dang.
Oh, and like, I mean, I'm a collector, and like as I've talked about before, I collect action figures, specifically like DC Universe or DC Multiverse and Marvel Legends. for the most part, I mean, I'm able to get just about everything that I want if I can catch the pre-order online. If it were to like, and every once in a while I'll try to go like toy hunting at stores and stuff like that. I don't always get what I'm looking for. A lot of the times I go toy hunting and stuff like that, it's just to see like, is there anything that I didn't like pre-order that maybe I end up wanting if I like it better looking in person. I do this thing where like there's certain action figures where it's like, that's cool, but I don't want to buy it up front. Maybe I'll wait to see if Destiny has its way, and if I find it out in the wild, then it was Destiny for me to have it, type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So where was I going with that story? Again, all that's just to say, like, the stuff that I want, I will pre-order. Never in excess. It's always just it's one thing. It's one item, unless it's something that I know somebody else would like. And I'm thinking of them, and I'm like, you know what? I'll get this for them. It'll be a nice surprise for them to like get this because this is their favorite character, or is their favorite team, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm one of those collectors that's just like just one. I'm one and done. And unless it's in a cool variation or a cool costume that like I don't have one of already, or I like that costume better than the one that's on my shelf, then sure. Or maybe the articulation's new on it, or it's a new sculpt, or something's new on it. Then I might grab it. But again, typically I'm just like a one and done guy. The only time I buy multiples of shit is if it's Spider-Man, which I'll buy any Spider-Man that comes out on the market just about. Some Batmans, like I'm kind of like that with Batman, just because Batman's like my favorite character. Or some X-Men, specifically like Wolverine or Nightcrawler. Like if there's a new iteration of them out there that I don't have, or maybe it's newer because of something or other, I'll get it to test it out, to try it out, or whatever the case may be. And like, hey, if I don't want it, I'll sell it, or I'll keep it and hold on to it until later. Maybe it'll grow on me, or maybe I can find a niece or nephew, because I got fucking like 20 of them that'll like it. So, but yeah.
Wow. For us not having a topic, we sure are talking about 90s toys.
I was going to say this kind of this took a turn for toys a little bit, and even though I would like to talk more about toys, I know that I could talk a lot about toys, and I would rather give that its own dedicated episode. So,
didn't we already do that? Hobbies,
yes,
specifically toys.
Oh, I see. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Well. And yeah, and the last thing I will say about the whole collecting thing is, like, obviously you guys both know that I collect Warhammer figures, and they do exclusive figures. I mean, Nikko, you saw the one. Actually, you both have seen it now, but like that sorcerer, that chaos sorcerer that came out, that was an exclusive figure, but they made enough to like for everyone to be able to, it's like for everyone to have it. So not I guess it's very different than Pokemon cards or Hot Wheels cars, or stuff like that, because Warhammer is a very niche hobby. But still, like, you do have a lot of people playing Warhammer. If you and I get it, it's probably easier. I don't know. Is it easier to print cards, or is it easier to make models? I don't know. I guess you'd have to really dig deep into the process. But I don't know. I just feel like that, like, things like Warhammer, they do it right, where like there's still stock of that, not online, but like you can go to a Warhammer store and they still have like the special figure for this or for that, and it's refreshing to see that there was enough made where, like, if somebody wanted it 5 months later, it's there for you to have.
Right.
Will it eventually run out? Yeah, but it's still there.
Right.
So, yeah.
There's something to be said too. So like Hasbro did, well, they had a couple of ways of doing this like limited run thing, where like they so one thing that they have is called HasLab, where they basically like kickstart a specific like licenses, like toy, like a specific toy or whatever from a certain license. So like they've done it for Marvel, they've done it for Transformers, Ghostbusters, GI Joe, and something else. I mean, because they have a bunch of licenses and shit. So, plus obviously their own licenses, their own licensed IP. But so like basically what they do is they Kickstarter. They try to fund. Obviously, what Kickstarter is to try and fund a project in order to make said project, and obviously they have stretch goals and stuff like that, or they try to sweeten the pot with adding in more things or whatever the case may be. And so they did that for a while. It wasn't as lucrative on the Marvel side, but like in some of their own, like their in-house IP, it's done gangbusters and stuff. But then the other thing too is like they started doing something recently, which I think was a good idea for a specific like a specific character, one that was going to be like it was like a larger character. It was kind of a more to like the casual fan, it was definitely like an unknown character, but for like the diehard fans, they were like real dialed in on like who that character was. So basically what they did is they put it on pre-order for a period. No, like, hey, once the pre-orders are sold out. It's like they literally gave you a 2-week window of, hey, do you want this character? We can guarantee you that we will make it, but we're only making the amount that we get pre-orders for. So if you want them, buy them or pre-order them, and then once that 2-week window is out, you know, regardless of if you've bought 1 or if you've bought 10, we'll make that many, and that's all you're getting. So like if you want them, buy them. If not, let them pass you by. I think that is a good idea for something like in certain aspects for collecting, because then that gives the people's, you know, a character. It gives them a thing that they want, and the company doesn't have to then mass produce a bunch to either then sit on pegs if they're not popular, or to potentially try to reach a goal to fund something that they might not freaking, you know, that might be unsuccessful or whatever. So it gives them like, you've got X, Y, and Z amount, but then again, you run into the problem of potential scalpers. But at that point, like, I don't think somebody's gonna buy up 100 of those things. You know what I'm saying? I don't think somebody's gonna buy 100 of like the specific character and then try to sell them out, because people all had their chance to get them if they wanted them, type of deal. You know, at least the people who were dialed into like the scene or whatever like that they knew, oh, that character's coming out. They have a pre-order window open for it. Yeah, I would get it. And then at that point, it's like, it's like if you think of it after the fact, or you and seeing it online, it was like, oh man, I should have freaking that when it was on thing. Well, now I can't freaking pay just the website's price for it, or the company's price for it, or MSRP for it. Then I am going to have to pay a premium price for it because I missed out on it. Not, oh, somebody bought up all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think in certain aspects that would be a good idea for companies to do, at least for certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when they were doing beer like that? Specifically Goose Island, Bourbon County?
I remember you were talking about this the other day. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so basically, what they did, it was a special release beer, and it only came out every Black Friday, and it was like, you know, it was a big deal, like it locally, because Goose Island used to be a local Chicago brewery. It's since gotten bought up by one of the big names, and you know, things have gone up and down for them. But anyway, so what would happen is that they would announce the Bourbon County lineup in like July, and then they would release the beer on Black Friday. So like, you know, people would start lining up at 6, 7 in the morning to get their hand on a bottle or two of beer. Well, that people would get the beer and they would start selling it at an increased price. And the thing is it was already expensive beer because they're all barrel aged stouts. So the beer itself was expensive. So I think one bottle back then was going for maybe $12 for a pint. So it wasn't it was good because it was barrel aged. It was a stout. It was 8%, and it was 16 ounces. So it wasn't a 12-ounce beer like that. So what was happening is people would get what they call the variant. So normal Bourbon County was just your average barrel aged bourbon stout, but then they would have vanilla, or they would have strawberry. Strawberry shortcake. And what people were doing is they were lining up, buying the strawberry shortcakes, the special variants, and then selling them for 10 times the price. So they would pay $12 for a bottle of beer, turn around and sell it for $150, $170, to the point where it was getting as bad as what's going on with the toys these days, where people would start lining up 2 days early and camping out on the city streets, or they would line up outside Jewel at 6, even though the liquors department doesn't open till 7. And it just what. And this is why I asked that question, because this is always on my mind. So what Goose Island decided to do is, hey, we're going to figure out how to supply everybody, so the demand for our beer goes up, and everyone can have it. So they rose the price. So now I think a regular stout goes for $17, and all the variants go for $20+. And they're using premium bourbon barrels. I think Elijah Craig is one, and I believe Blanton's was one last year. But so regardless of that, so they upped the production and they put out more product. Well, as soon as people stopped making money on the beer, it died. Nobody wanted it anymore. The people they were making tons of money off of the people that would buy up the cases of the special ones, and those people would get 10,000 times the amount of money because they would buy a case. Excuse me. And then as soon as Goose Island's well, if you guys can make money on it, we should make that money and not you. And as soon as that happened, dead. The whole thing is just dead. Now they still do it because I remember people would line up at Jewel, and my buddy, a friend of mine, was always oh, check. He's check this for this variant, or check this for this variant. And I was nope, that's the one that sold out first. Now you go to a Jewel or a Woodman's or anything like that, and you go into the liquor section. Guess what? They have 10, 12 cases left over because it's just it's dead. Nobody wants it because it's overproduced, and until they dial it back. I guarantee you, if they announce this year oh, we only made 100 bottles of this one, I would put money down on the table. That's the one that everyone's going to look for. Why? Right. Because it's limited supply. It's probably a little overpriced, and then the people that get it are going to resell it to the people that want it. So it's just I feel that's why I asked do you think that they just hey, you're getting 400,000 151 cards just in Illinois, and they're just flood the market with it? I mean, if you go and look at the singles cards right now, I mean, the highest one is obviously Charizard at $220, but Pikachu is 3 cents. Weedle's a penny. So the cards are technically worth nothing. But the off chance you get that full art Charizard for $220, that's the best chase card in the set. And it's not even worth that much money. It's not it's not $1,000 or $2,000 like the original first edition is. It's $200. Right. So you go buy 10 at an inflated price and you get the Charizard, you basically just pay off what you bought. But I don't know. It just seems to me it's I feel like Goose Island did the right thing, and I respect them, but they killed their business with that package. So is it the right move for the Pokemon Company and Nintendo to up production and flood the market, or do you think that would drive the prices down so low that and no one cares about it, that they lose money at the end?
I think if a company has their real fan base in mind and they're doing it for the right reasons, then yes, it could be a good thing. But if they're doing like what Goose Island did, which is like, hey, we want to be able to make that money too, let's up the production, then they're killing themselves in the water because whereas one is some like, while yes, they'll probably lose money on it, but they're doing it so that people actually have the chance to get the things that they want or to get their hands on the product, then I think they win over. They will have won the fans over because they did the right thing for them, versus if they're just trying to make profits off of it, then it's the wrong thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely understand that. Yeah, but I don't know.
Then then at that point, yeah, they will have tanked their business, or will have tanked like that specific product or whatever like that, because again, it's all supply and demand. It's like if there's too much of it and nobody's, if the stores are lousy with them, nobody's gonna freaking want to buy them.
True.
I mean, like, I'll be straight up honest with you, like, and I'm talking about toys again, but I don't really buy Star Wars figures. I have a couple of them, mainly because they're characters that I really like, or I have plans to make customs with them. And there was one character that I wanted to get, but mind you, this specific toy came out 5+ years ago. It had to have been at least 5 years ago, if not maybe like 4 years ago. That toy came out at least 4 years ago. He was not super hard to get, but once he was gone, and like they hadn't made any more. So he was hard to get unless you decided, again, secondary market, whatever. So you couldn't get them. But then they came back about a year or so ago and made a shit ton of them. Made a shit ton to freaking put up on shelves, and they were still selling it for like regular MSRP. And that thing stood on the shelf. It became a freaking peg warmer for over a year because nobody was buying them because he was like $30-something bucks. $30-something bucks. And like, so like, a couple would sell here and there. Me, myself, I was just like, that character's old. He's over 4 years old, over almost 5 years old or whatever like that. He came out a long time ago. I'm not going to pay normal freaking MSRP for it. I'll wait until it's freaking, on clearance or whatever, because there was a bunch of them, and I was like, they're for sure going to go on clearance at some point. So I just waited. I waited. And then I went to go check on them at the freaking Walmart the other day, and guess what? Matter of fact, it was the day that I went to Walmart, and I was on the phone with you, Nick. I went. Sure enough, he was on clearance, but guess what? He was fucking gone.
Damn.
He went on clearance and somebody fucking came and scooped him up. I was like, God damn. Of course. I was like, man, if I had been here maybe a day or two earlier, I probably would have caught him while he was still on clearance. And there probably would have been one left. But of course, somebody else probably had in mind that, like, yeah, this thing's going to go on clearance soon. I'm going to buy one or two of them.
Yeah.
It's okay. It wasn't a character that I really, really wanted. If I really wanted him, I would have bought him at normal MSRP. But again, because it wasn't a character that I really wanted, and it was an older character, I was like, I'll wait until he's on clearance. So, because I knew he was going to go on clearance at some point. I was like, as many as that are here and have been here for this long, there's no way that he's not going to go on clearance at some point. Which, matter of fact, I should hit Ollie's. I bet I'll find a shit ton of them at Ollie's.
Oh, I wonder if Ollie's has Pokemon cards.
Probably not the ones you're looking for, man. Definitely not the ones you're looking for.
Maybe. Anyway, so Dan, are there any like cars that are out there that are like super sought after and scalpers buy cars?
Not that I know of.
You know why? Because the supply is good. No, cars.
Like real cars or Hot Wheels? Well, for real cars, actually, there's a couple.
Really?
So like the I think I talked about it a little bit on our hobbies podcast, but like the '90s Supra, the Mark IV Supras,
Oh
the ones from
yes.
Fast and Furious, dude, they're like upwards of like $80,000 right now, which is insane. And then the Mazda RX-7s, the 92 to like 98 RX-7, same thing. They're like $60,000-$70,000. And then I think one of the newer additions to that are like the Nissan 240 SX. So those are super expensive. Like they'll sell them and they're like beat to shit. And it's like a $1,500 car, and people will be selling them for $10,000-$15,000.
No way! Are you kidding
me? And they call it drift tags because everybody wants one because they got famous for like drifting. And that's really the real reason why people want them now. So people are getting away for charging that much for cars. But I mean, yeah, not with like newer. Well, actually, yeah, with newer cars, they do that, but it's the dealers that do that. The dealers add on like the 50. There's like a $50,000. I forget what they call it. But for like they made a Dodge Challenger and Charger that were the Demon. So it was like a really limited run.
Yeah.
And then the dealers were charging like on top of MSRP. I think MSRP was like 100,000, and then the dealers were adding I think like 50,000 to that. So they're like upwards of. There are some dealers. Okay, so base price is called Demon 170. So it's got like 700 horsepower. It's like a track car pretty much. So the base price is 96,000, and then there was some. They made 3,300 of them for the U.S. And then there were some dealers that were selling them upwards of $250,000.
Oh,
and that MSRP was $90,000. So yeah, they do that with
that's
cars.
like highway robbery.
Literally, that's the thing. People were buying them because it was the rich people. Well, rich people that wanted them for their collections. And then again, I think in this scenario, the dealers were the ones that were raising the price on them because from the factory, like from Dodge, they were set to sell for $99,000, but they charged $250,000 for the car.
Jesus.
But yeah, scalpers are everywhere.
Yeah.
Schemers.
Mm-hmm. You guys know about do you guys know about the Black Lotus card for Magic the Gathering?
Oh, no.
I've heard you talk about it, but I do not know about it now.
Okay, so 1993, Black Lotus, first set. I believe it's is it alpha or beta? I'm gonna have to look. Give me 1 second here. Okay, it is alpha. So basically, like the very, very first set. So I believe some are in alpha, some are in beta, but it is the rarest Magic the Gathering card. Well, it used to be. And there was not a lot of them made. So when I'm saying rare, I mean it was like mind blowing if you pulled the Black Lotus. Now I'm gonna say this with that these prices were floating around when I was into Magic way back when. Now, Wizards of the Coast did something really, really shitty that I will get to here in a second. So, an alpha, a PSA 10 rated Black Lotus card for Magic the Gathering sold for. How much do you think? Actually, hold on. How much do you think the one card sold for rated PSA 10? Dan, how much do you think?
Per card?
Yeah.
Perfect card.
Magic the Gathering. PSA 10.
Say 4,000?
4,000? It's a good guess. Nikko?
When you said 4,000 is a good guess, I'm going to have to say it's probably going to be somewhere like 45 to 100 to 5,000.
Wait, what? You said like a ton of numbers. What did you say?
I said that you said this is a good guess for 4,000, so I'm going to say it's something like between 4,500 and 5,000.
So, and for us, yes, I would say, when you're talking about Magic the Gathering cards, which don't hold as much value as Pokemon usually do, or baseball, or football, or whatever, I would say $4,000 to $5,000 is a great guess, but you'd be wrong. $150,000.
Huh?
What?
$150,000.
Who's buying that?
So, well, here's the funny part. So here's the whole drama behind it. Like, they have sold from between alpha and beta, I believe, were the two sets that had the. Oh, here, actually, it's right in front of me. Alpha, beta, and limited. So the first three sets ever, and I think. Like alpha, there was only 4. It was some ridiculously low number. So, to Nikko's point, if you're collecting things, you are. Oh, here I found. Hold on, this one sold for $350,000. PSA 10 beta.
Wow.
So one card, right? So, yeah. What Wizard of the Coast did is they when everyone was going crazy about the nostalgia a couple of years ago, Wizards of the Coast was bringing out a pack, and it was a box that you can only buy online, I think. And they reprinted some Black Lotus cards. So, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Black Lotus is being reprinted." Blah blah blah. Guess how much Wizards of the Coast was selling the box for MSRP?
$200.
$899. Because there was a possible Black Lotus in there. So the new Black Lotus. So we're talking about this. I think it was I can't remember what the set was called. So the new Black Lotus card, which people bought. I think they wound up pulling the resale. Actually, let me check my my facts here. But the new Black Lotus is selling for $16.
So people are, oh my goodness, they're charging $800 for the possibility of a $16 card.
So not the D&D controversy. But yeah, so they definitely kind of shot themselves in the foot with this, because people were ready to pre-order these boxes, and there was so much hype around the set, and when everyone saw the price, they were like, nope. Nope. So I don't know if they re-released the set at a cheaper price or whatever, but it seems like the actual pack released, because there is a new Black Lotus card online for $16. So, but I mean, think about that. Actually, I'm gonna fact check that too. Black Lotus cards exist. Okay, so out of all of the now this number is gonna sound big. Okay. This number doesn't sound huge, but you have to think of all the Magic cards that are in circulation right now. Approximately 22,800 Black Lotus cards were printed in total, 1,100 in Alpha and 3,300 in Beta, and 18,000 in the Unlimited edition, which I believe Unlimited was the new set. I believe that's what it was called. So think about that. The very first set of Magic only had 1,100 of that one card, where everything else was probably inflated. So if you get an alpha or a beta, you're done. You make, I mean, you're not done, but you make bank. It's a good card. Well, and the funny thing is, as a Magic player, I didn't really feel like the Black Lotus was a good card to play.
Mm-hmm.
So it literally just sacrificed Black Lotus, add 3 mana of any one color. So for no mana, you tap and sacrifice.
Really?
And get to add. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. So
I'm sorry, that's the new one or that's the old one?
That's the old one.
Man.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so many better cards than it, but because it was so
rigged.
rare that. Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, Magic the Gathering Unlimited box $8.99. That's what they sold for. Was $8.99. So they never changed the price. They just pulled it down because everyone was hating on them. But yeah, it's just funny when you underproduce something, how much value it holds for certain people. Because I don't know about you guys, I don't think I would be buying any cards, even if it's a Charizard like PSA 10 for what it goes for.
Yeah,
But,
that's ridiculous.
So, yeah. No, Unlimited was not the new one.
The only time I would pay out the nose for a Charizard card is if it was the OG original. It was holographic first edition, and it was printed on the actual skin of a Charizard.
The actual chin, the actual skin of a non-existent creature. Okay.
Yes, the actual skin of a Charizard.
PSA 10 first edition Charizard. Why is
It's
it the
like
first thing that pops up?
there was a joke on the show that I watched called Big Bang Theory. One of the main characters was trying to raise money for a science experiment that he was trying to do, and so he went to go sell his comic book collection, and the comic book store owner was just like, "Well, how much is it that you're looking for?" And he was just like, I think it was like $50 million or some shit like that, and he was just like, "Well, I hope he was like, I hope you have that rare first appearance of Superman printed on the actual skin of Superman."
Here's a German Charizard, first edition, also known as Glurak. First edition, PSA 10, holographic, $880,000 US. Now it hasn't sold. It hasn't sold, but it's up there for that much.
What?
But here's the weird part. 1,500 people viewed this in the last 24 hours. Like, no, you're not. You're not. No one. No. Let me see if I can find a US.
He's probably got his own. The seller probably has his own bot sites, quote unquote, going to view it.
Yeah.
Right. Or it's just like to make it look like, oh, people are actually looking to freaking buy this thing. Like, check it out. But they're not really.
Here's a sealed booster pack, weighted, because like I guess back in the day you could weigh the cards. So 11 card first edition booster pack with Charizard on it. PSA 10 on the packaging apparently. $20,000.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I understand like Nikko and my cousin Mike, and even you, Dan, with Hot Wheels. I understand like collecting and wanting to complete that collection, but like, holy mother of God, that's insane.
Not unless I have freaking this really disposable fucking income. Like I don't care what I do with my money, and like even if I spend that much money, I still have money that I don't have to worry about. Maybe then, but no. Responsible.
Wow. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts out there. But also, like, trends. Have you?
Here's a thought. So you know how like either it's usually like places like maybe not the Library of Congress does it, but I don't know who it is that does it. But like there's excuse me. There are like committees and stuff that might make time capsules and shit, right?
Mm.
Or I don't know, put things in museums or whatever like that. How much do you think a committee or like a government body would pay for a rare first edition freaking PSA 10 holographic Charizard in order to take that and put it in a time capsule? How much do you think they would be willing to pay for something like that?
Probably what people are asking for.
You think
just to preserve it for that long? Huh?
But then people would try and steal it.
Well, that's the other side of things.
Right.
Why did you not agree?
I don't know. It's just a thought. Like, I don't know if they would pay out the nose for it, but like, is it a piece of history? Sure, but like, are they willing to pay that much money for a little piece of flimsy fucking cardstock with some cool freaking art on it?
I think yes, because of what, like, if it was first edition holographic, I mean, I guess maybe not the government. I don't know. I mean, you make a good point because like you're right. That's not an actual piece of history in terms of like
it is, but it's not. Like, it's a piece of pop culture history for sure, and
Yeah.
it definitely, especially if it came with like a story along with it, talking about like the importance of Pokemon cards or like the history of how they came to be so prized or whatever like that. But I don't know. It's just
Yeah. You can. So the thing with all like the rare stuff, you can like even transport that into like what we're doing nowadays in gaming, right? Like, if you find, I remember when I used to play World of Warcraft, when things were actually tradable. And actually, this item I'm thinking of might not have been tradable. But you know, I spent hours doing a dungeon, like. And when at the off chance we weren't raiding or like I was like supposed to be doing supply runs because I was the guild blacksmith or whatever. On the off chance I wasn't doing any of that, I would raid or I would run this dungeon for hours and hours and hours to get just because I played Alliance, you couldn't have like an undead mount unless you got this rare ass drop in one of the dungeons. I never got it. But I tell you what, if you converted time to money, I guarantee you I spent an insane amount of money just trying to get this horse. So like, maybe that doesn't translate as well. Rarity, yeah, I think it does. It does.
It does. It does to a degree.
Yeah, but I think old game. I don't want to say old game developers, but like MMO developers and even developers that do ARPGs. They always make that like the Harlequin crest in Diablo 2 and Diablo 4, and I believe it's even shows up in Diablo 3. I mean, there's loot tables that are to be considered, but it's rare. And like the amount of time you spend on finding something so rare, like I'll be honest with you, I dedicated my life to Diablo 2. Like I wanted to be on top.
No one was.
I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get up the whole Pokemon thing.
You said I want to be. And
what?
I said you said I want to be, and you already know.
No, I said I wanted to be. I wanted to be like on top of the leaderboards because I put like a lot of time and effort into the game and stuff like that, and I never was. There's always like everyone always had to like outdo you or whatever, which is fine. I like at the end of the day I didn't care, but like I remember when I actually found that helm in Diablo 2, I was like I didn't know what to do. Like I was so excited. I was so, like it was an emotional find for me because of how many hours I spent killing the same, I believe if I'm not mistaken, 3 bosses for a helmet in a game, and it's just. The rarity is crazy. And like again, if you convert that time spent to money, like I'm sure I'd still be paying off my student loans if that was the case. Or my Diablo 2 loans.
Would you say that to catch them was your real test?
No. No. Get off the Pokemon thing, dude. Move on. We're moving on.
Moving on.
But see the thing with like collecting things, I like it better in a video game because I can't like there are some people that need to have that tangible thing to hold and to have, as you would say, Nikko. But also like I get my fix on video games too. Like I like collecting things in video games too. It's just a thing that like I'm like, oh, well, I already got this far, so let me just try this, or let me kill this boss to get this thing, or let me collect this, or let me get all the mounts in WoW, or let me do this, or yeah, it's a thing with me. It's a thing. So, I mean, I own almost every D&D book from 5th edition. You guys are can attest to that, and I sent you. I don't think I sent you an entire picture of my original Pokemon. Going back to it, I guess, collection, but I have it. So, but again, it's one of those things where like, oh, But I think Pokemon was more fun back in the day. You couldn't just. I mean, I guess you could go into a shop and buy singles, but I like to trade with my friends, so that's what I did.
Me too. Plus, it was like that's also a thing from like the game is just like trading Pokemon with friends. Like it was baked into the core of the game was cooperation, was trading, right? In order to either evolve certain Pokemon or to get Pokemon from another game that weren't in your game.
Yeah. You know what I want to do? I want to have a Friday night chit chat at like one of our houses with like a fire around the fire, and actually us sitting face to face.
That would be awesome.
And like it's not too hot out, but not too cold out. You can enjoy the fire, and if it does go a certain length, and there is more than 3 beers consumed, it's okay. It's okay.
There will be more than 3 beers consumed.
Oh, yeah. Because the thing is, I like the outdoors. I don't like camping, but like I like being outside when there's liquor, and like just like we used to do this thing with our neighbors. We called it driveway drinks, and we just like sit around in a circle, have our coolers on our respective sides, and we just sat there and chatted and just drank. And sometimes we did this on a Tuesday, sometimes it was a Friday. Sometimes it was, Saturday. Typically on Saturday, though, like we would go out to drink first and then come back and still continue to get shit faced. But it is what it is. But
Wow.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a live version of this at least once or twice. I don't know. What do you think? Thoughts?
I'm definitely down for that, man. I've always hoped that we're able to get to the point where maybe we could do it in person more. I feel like it would be a lot funner in person too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just funner. Yeah, this is way funner. But I think we should do that maybe for like our 20th episode or 25th episode.
Ooh, milestone episodes.
Yeah, that's what we should do it for, milestone episodes. That's what we should do it.
I'm not opposed to that. I think my original idea though, doing it at Bungalow Joe's in Streamwood, would be fucking.
Oh, dude! Like we find like a dive. Oh hell yeah, dude! Find like a dive bar and just like post up with the freaking mic and record as we're like drinking live in the bar.
All right, Guy Fieri. Diners, dive in and drives.
We're live from Bungalow Joe's in Streamwood with Friday Night Shit Chat. I don't know who the host would be. We're all hosting today, bitches. Oh, it's funny. No, but yeah, I'm good with that, Dan. I think milestones are definitely like, I think we should try to do it in person. Are you whispering to yourself, Nikko?
Sorry, I'm like looking away from the freaking mic. I'm over here talking, but not really talking into the mic. Such a bad host. What's wrong with
I was like, way to pay attention to your own episode.
I'm paying attention. I was talking. I just wasn't talking to the mic. I was drifting off into a daydream, as I'm wont to do a lot of times. But it was pertaining to this. It was pertaining to what we were talking about.
Yeah, but it was also like that's my fault.
Yeah. Whatever.
Live from Dan's car. It's Friday Night Shit Show.
Right.
Do you think Nikko and I would fit in your car?
I'm sure we could make it happen.
Nikko's in the front seat, tie me to the roof. Oh no, you don't want your roof to get all greasy. I'm Italian. Slide right off the Mustang. Oh, there I
Damn,
go.
dude, freaking-
On 90,
the
do it 90 in
freaking
the fat Italian
soundbar.
car.
The freaking soundboard isn't working right. Just otherwise, you know what to press.
Oh. Oh.
No. Somebody touching my spaghetti.
The road touching my spaghetti. I'm bouncing off of it.
Oh man, yeah, this freaking I don't know, soundboard's weird sometimes. Anywho, but yeah, no, I think that would be fun doing like either 10 poll episodes or like a milestone episode or something like that, or maybe I don't want to do it yearly. I feel like we should do it, but we could do it more often than that.
We should do it more often.
Yeah,
every other episode. That's too often. That's too often.
Yeah, right. So I'm looking forward to D&D this weekend, man. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, we got that coming up.
Yes, you do.
Hell yeah, we do. Dude.
Yeah, yes.
We need to come up with a damn name for our group.
Yes, you do. I think Gruesome's not going to like it, but that's okay.
Who cares what Gruesome thinks?
Right, exactly. He doesn't believe in luck.
He got cursed because of that. Yeah, he got cursed because of that. He shat all over the luck goddess. So
it was so freaking perfect. Oh man, I wish I could relive that moment because it was just too fucking perfect that he rolled the freaking worst thing in order to get freaking cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so funny.
I feel like I'm a fair DM when it comes to certain things, and like I think his character is too brash, so I think he's got to pay for it a little bit. But obviously, I'm not gonna off him or anything like that. But like he's gonna learn. He'll learn the hard way. He'll learn the hard way, or the easy way, I guess. But your guys' group is actually doing. I'm surprised by the Killian. How often? I don't know if I can say his name or not, but how often Killian's player role plays, and some like I'm very happy that he came with his own playlist the last time, but
so am I. Yeah,
I hope he continues to do that because that was. That's a little bit of stress relief for me when he can handle the tunes, and I'm not having to search through I mean, not that it's hard to pick up battle music or pick this or pick that, but he's also the bard, so
he should be freaking our soundtrack for going through this quest or going through these adventures.
Pretty much, yeah. So, I'm not surprised about. I'm a little surprised about how Josh handles his character. I know I can say his name on the podcast. I don't mind how Josh handles his character, but again, he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn the hard way. His character's name is Dante, by the way. And then Nikko, you're Grindel Frostskin.
You wanted to say the other name, didn't you?
Frostkin,
you did.
yeah.
You did.
I did. I did say skin, yeah.
Foreskin.
Grundle Foreskin. And Dan
the
plays,
whole first session, that's exactly what he wanted to call me.
you know what? For some reason, I was tired that first session. I don't know what it was. I was very worn out that day. And I just could not get your guys' name to stick. And Dan, you're playing Grindel Frostkin is an Eldritch Knight fighter. And that is Nikko. And Dan is playing a Goliath Barbarian. What path did you take?
Path of the Berserker.
Berserker, that's right. So I got my frontline fighters who just so happened to send me their backstories about the same time. And when I read the backstories, I was like, oh, these are very similar. So, and I was that before we had the idea to do this, or was that like the birth of the idea for the podcast? Is when I three-way called and talked about your backstory on for D&D, and then we just sat on the phone for like 4 hours. No, it's like 3.
I think it was, yeah, because towards the end of it, we were like, "Fuck, we could have a podcast.
We could do a podcast." I think we kind of play well off each other too. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Most of the time.
I would say most times, yeah.
Yeah, most
this
of the time.
afternoon when we were on the phone, we were fucking cracking up.
I was being a little risque, but yeah, we definitely were cracking up. But yeah, I want to say that. What's that?
I said a little.
Oh, yeah, a lot. I was being very risque. But you know, I think that's right, Dan. I think that was the birth of the idea for this podcast. So D&D and a podcast with these two. It's fun. I'd do it all over again. Just like we were going to on Saturday. And this time no one's gonna tell us to stop early and stay till 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Ain't no way in hell we're gonna we're gonna finish everything that we come to finish. We're gonna fucking play till 10, 11 o'clock, and
even if we have to chain him to the chair.
Exactly. If Killian wants to freaking stay and talk shit, he's gonna have to wait until we're all done playing.
Yeah. Honestly, if I were to strap Killian to the chair, it wouldn't be the first person strapped to a chair in my basement.
Oh Jesus.
That's interesting. Go on.
Go. Well, Dan.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to tell you a little story about. I have nothing. I was kidding.
Oh.
Ah, damn it! I thought you were going to tell us a story about how you had to strap Josh to a chair or some crazy shit.
That would have been that would have been something. That would have been
really
something.
Been.
Yeah. Actually, that group with Josh and his friends and my wife, which actually pretty sure that Ash and I talked about it, and I'm pretty sure she's just gonna play Claire whenever she's available. So, but I told Ashley like that she is just an NPC, so like she cannot help, like she's not gonna make decisions for the group. That I want you four to still make all the decisions, but she's just gonna be there to be a heal bot. So, and that's just I don't want her to guide you guys a certain way. I want you guys to enjoy the story. So, and I don't think she wants to guide you guys either. I think she wants to just, I mean, it's okay I would say it's okay to role play with her a little bit with like what's going on, but I don't want her character, like Claire, to give any answers. Even if I was playing Claire like I intended to, I don't think Claire's a cleric. But for those of you that are listening, even if I were to play Claire, I would have role played. I'd role play with her, but I would not like answer puzzles or answer like guide you in any sort of way. I'm basically just there to follow you since you saved her life and all, and she's technically a fairy, so she's out of her own element there. But anyway, Josh's other group with his friends and my wife, they're doing really well too. They're actually at the end of their first adventure book, and they're going to be going in depth of their backstory stories, and it's going to get pretty dark. And because as Josh told you at the beginning, I like to take backstories and twist them as dark and as gruesome as I can, and that's what I do. And now that we decided we were doing a one shot for the podcast, and you guys chose horror and made me smile deep down in my smiley bits.
You dark little heart.
That'll be coming out. Well, as soon as I'm done writing it and it's my turn to host, that'll start. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad you guys are excited for it.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I can't wait. I still haven't solidified my character, but I have a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna do. Well, maybe. Yeah. No, I got a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna do. At least what I want to do, I should say.
Yeah. It's awesome. And I know Dan's going to hit things in rage.
Maybe not. I might go a little different direction here. But yeah, I got an idea of what I want to try for that with the whole horror theme and stuff.
Oh, no, I was talking about your actual campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the actual campaign.
Oh, you guys are both talking about the one shot. Oh,
yeah,
well, I mean,
that's what I was talking about, but yeah.
I might. I'm kind of playing with the idea of inviting my cousin for the one shot. If you guys would be okay with that. If not, then
that'd be fun.
Okay.
Hey, 3 guys, 1 mic. We got it. little fun fact. One of the names for our podcast we were throwing around was 3 guys, 1 mic, and Nick's cousin's name just happens to be Mike.
that was a fun paint night.
I forgot. That was, yeah. We gotta do another paint night soon, man. Or either that or a freaking a game
board game night, man.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna get divorced and disown my child so I can devote my time to you two. Maybe we should just be like the Bachelor's 3, and that's that we can rename the podcast after I get a divorce.
Just divorce Ashley. We can keep Gino. It'd be 3 men and a baby, dude.
Yeah, 3 men. Yeah, but see, that sounds weird. 3 men and a baby sounds weird. It sounds
like 2.5 men.
Bro, it's a movie. 3 men and a baby, or 3 men and a little lady.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know a movie, Nico. Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised. I don't know.
Not surprised, just disappointed.
Maybe I was surprised. Yeah, exactly. I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed.
How can you be disappointed in something I openly admitted to not doing?
Because it still breaks my heart a little every time, dude. It's like finding out your freaking favorite snack is now not, has gotten eaten at home or whatever. Because you're like, man, we had it, but it's not here anymore.
I don't have that problem because
someone ate.
I like things that Ashley doesn't like. I like circus peanuts.
Ew.
I have a love-hate relationship with circus peanuts.
I love circus peanuts.
Oh,
I like them like once in a blue moon. It's just the texture. It's a neat texture. It's like eating styrofoam.
So. Yeah. I have a couple of buddies at work that give me crap about it, but I like a lot of the weird candies. I mean, I know we've talked about this on I think
candy corn, don't you?
I do. I actually really like.
Oh, I love candy corn too.
Oh man, what is wrong with you guys?
And then the candy pumpkins.
Oh, the pumpkins are the best.
Those are so good.
I used to be able to eat a bag of those, and every time I think about that,
But they're pumpkin shaped.
But they have more girth to it, so it's like you get more like when you bite down.
Get some more girth.
No, you won't. I mean, hey, you're all the way in St. Charles. I want to see that girth get all the way to Elgin, sir.
I can get there in 15 minutes, buddy. Give me a second.
I like to see you try.
Oh,
anyway,
see, this is what was getting risque earlier.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, Ashley's very polite and asked me if she can have my snacks. And 50% of the time I tell her no. Because I don't ask to eat her snacks most of the time. She's very polite about it. I also like, I can't say the word. Licorice. Yeah. I like black licorice.
Oh,
yeah. What do you mean? It's like the best flavor.
Dude,
No.
you probably like Jägermeister, don't you?
I do.
Wasn't that what Jaeger tastes like?
Yeah.
That's different though. Alcohol is not supposed to taste
No.
like candy's supposed to taste.
Dude, no. Like I cannot drink.
I can do any of the fruit licorice, but not black licorice.
I feel like the strawberry one just tastes like flavored cardboard.
Oh,
like
I love the strawberry ones.
And the black doesn't?
No, the black
tastes better?
Yes, it does taste better.
No, dude. No.
All right. Texture wise, Twizzlers or Red Vines?
Red Vines.
Yes.
I was gonna say Red Vines.
I love both, but I don't know what it is about Red Vines. Like the texture is just
delicious. The texture's delicious.
I buy the bucket of the red.
Yep. At Costco, get the giant ass bucket.
They sell it at Jewel.
Yeah, I think the one at Costco is bigger.
It might be, yeah.
You know, the one at Costco might be singles, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Those are annoying when you have to open up every individual piece of licorice. Like, no. And yes, I do like the weird candies, so relax. It's okay. It's okay to like weird candy, everybody. Don't let these guys put you on blast because you like weird candy, okay?
I don't think liquor is just considered a candy.
I mean, is it not? What is it?
It should it?
I mean, it is because it's got sugar in it, right?
It's part of the pyramid, the food pyramid, whatever it's called.
Ooh, have you tried chocolate licorice?
Yes.
I think they had the
Hershey's. Yeah.
I've never even heard of such a thing.
What, Nikko? What?
Oh, you know what I saw the other day? Now that we're talking about candy, I saw chocolate covered gummy bears.
So those
interesting.
Those are hit and miss. And we went to Albanese when we went to Gen Con, and my sister really wanted to get chocolate covered gummy bears. And when I asked her how they were afterwards, she's like, "Yeah, no." I'm like, "Oh, well.
Damn.
Okay." I gotta imagine like the chocolate and cherry flavored gummy bear would be good.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Think about if you get like a chocolate and watermelon gummy bear. It's like those two things I don't feel like go together. So, or chocolate. Well, chocolate cherry, chocolate strawberry, chocolate pineapple, chocolate grapefruit definitely doesn't go together.
No, hell no. Chocolate and pineapple do go well together. Suspiciously.
Just like pineapple belongs on pizza.
Pineapple does belong on pizza.
Oh, you guys. See, you yell at me for my candy choices. But
pineapple? Listen.
What?
Pineapple, jalapenos, pepperoni. You get your savory, your spicy, your sweet.
No.
Yes.
No.
So good. So good. So good.
See, well, so you guys can be the weird dudes with pineapple on pizza. I don't no. Absolutely not. You go to Italy and do that shit and tell me what happens.
You don't put freaking pepperoni on pizza in Italy either, so like I don't know what you mean.
It's just margarita pizzas in Italy.
Yeah. No, because they put some weird shit on freaking pizzas out there too that don't make any sense.
It's not weird. You can't put weird stuff on the thing that originated. Like what?
You can.
All right.
Name a freaking weird condiment on hot dogs. I bet you can find at least a few.
I don't eat condiments on my hot dogs.
You know, you like them plain, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I do.
Although with the fries is okay because at least, you know, you got something on there.
Damn right. That's why Gene and Jude's or Nana's are the only two hot dog places I tend to frequent. I don't like Portillo's. Portillo's is overrated nonsense in Chicago. I'm telling you, everyone from the Chicagoland area, Portillo's is overrated and overpriced. You can do better. Stop supporting that company.
It's only nice to see it when you're out of state because you're like, oh, there's a Portillo's here. Yeah. I can go there and eat something from Chicago, but like, yeah.
Their burgers are subpar. Their beef is subpar. Their hot dogs are subpar. Like, no. But every now and then, you know, Ashley's like, let's get Portillo's. I'm like, yay.
She also says, let's get Lou Malnati's. And you're like, no.
I don't like Luma. So actually, I didn't say no. She got me Lou's the other, maybe it was a week or two ago. And I killed the whole thin crust. But also, it's because their sauce has. Yes, I like Illuminati's thin. Well, I don't want to say I like it. I tolerate Illuminati's thin crust. But the problem is they have the chunks of tomato, and I just don't like tomatoes that way. I don't care for chunky tomatoes. I don't know. It's just it also gives me more heartburn when it's like that too. Like pizza in general, like I think the acidity with the red sauce. Like I love eating pizza, but like I think just because of my age or whatever, like the red sauce just like it or the pizza sauce bugs me, and red sauce on pasta bugs me too. Like immediately either like feel bloated or I have heartburn. So
100%.
Yeah,
acidity in the tomatoes and stuff.
Yeah. I definitely don't get pineapple on my pizza, so you know.
Well, that's a you thing, not a me thing. But there is something I bet there's a snack that I get specifically when I go on road trips that I bet you guys might not like. I know a lot of people that see me get it, they freaking like, ew, what? Corn nuts.
I love corn nuts. Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't think that I've ever had corn nuts.
I love the ranch corn nuts. Those are fucking.
Yes, bro. Yes, or the barbecue, or a mix of both. Bitch.
I can't comment on that because I've never had them. So.
Oh, you gotta try them.
They're
so good.
Yeah, they're pretty good, dude.
Well,
I think my. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say on Saturday, if you guys want to bring me your nuts, it's fine. I'll taste it.
Well, they ain't gonna be the nuts you're thinking of, buddy.
Corn nuts, you said.
Exactly. Not gonna be the corn nuts that you're thinking
of. Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway. Corn nuts are pretty. I mean, I like corn nuts quite a bit. It's weird. Like, I only will eat them when I'm when I'm driving, and it's something about like the eating them that helps me like concentrate on the road. Like the last time I went to when I went to Arkansas, I had a couple of bags with me just in case. I always have like snacks. Like I legit, there's a couple of snacks that I always get when I go on road trips, especially if they're gonna be like longer road trips, like more than a couple hours. Gotta have water. Usually I'll have maybe an energy drink stashed away for like later. It's usually water, maybe a pop. Corn nuts is one of them, and what is the other thing that I normally get? It's it'll always be something sweet, but if it's like some sort of candy or like a cookie or something like that, like small cookies or something like that, or pretzels, like the chocolate covered pretzels or something. But corn nuts is like a must for me, like on the road, because like especially like if I'm driving at night, like the crunching like kind of helps like keep me awake because I'm like doing something with my mouth and like it helps me focus. And hey, listen, I'm the driver, okay? I can't be doing that while I'm driving. Like helps me keep my focus on the road or whatever, helps keep me awake and shit. If I start like feeling like I'm dragging a little bit, like I'll grab the energy drink and start slamming that back a little bit just to kind of get some like a pick me up. But I fucking love corn nuts, dude.
I have a question about corn nuts. Is it like roasted like popcorn kernels?
Not popcorn kernels, corn kernels.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, corn kernels.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're like
they can't be
dry,
bad. Like
dry roasted, and then like dry seasoned. Yeah.
I kind of want to try the loaded taco corn nuts.
Loaded taco. See, I haven't seen those or fucking had them. It's ranch and barbecue for me, dude. Like, I've had the original. I think there's a plain one, but
yeah, it's original. They have Mexican street corn.
That I have had. Those are not bad. They got like the
chili
like.
Interesting. I might have to buy these at Walmart tomorrow. Try them out. Anyway, I don't think it's that weird, but I can't make a comment on it until I've tried them and give my opinion on it. But, yeah, I think we should share what we were talking about yesterday as a hill that I think the three of us agreed that we would die on for burgers. Because I guarantee you,
on this podcast before, but yeah,
we have, but I don't know that we actually like did a tier list for that. But what I want to share with everybody, and I want furious comments about this, or maybe you agree with us. Maybe that we will outstretch our arms and allow you to climb this hill that we are all three of us are standing on defending. But to elaborate, the three of us we were having a little prelude to the Friday night chit chat yesterday as a three-way call, as we do nowadays. And somehow we got on the idea of a food tier list, and all three of us put White Castle as S tier. And I would die on that hill immediately. Like the burgers,
Absolutely.
yeah, the burgers are fantastic. Wow, I'm throwing you off the hill. I'm throwing you off the hill.
Why?
I don't know. I can't. I like it too much. But yeah, I think I wanted to share that. I was planning on working that into the conversation today, and I think that was the perfect segue from corn nuts to sliders. But I mean, Nikko, have you ever had White Castle breakfast?
I have not. I still haven't had freaking White Castle breakfast. And I really wish I should. They don't. Do they serve it all? They don't serve it all day, right?
Yes, most locations do. Yes.
Oh shit! And yes. I do kind of drive by one. I do drive by one on Wednesdays typically.
Yes.
I'm not by one, but close enough to one.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Maybe Saturday. Maybe I'll get some Saturday. Anywho.
So, I want to take the next 5 minutes to talk about this real quickly yet again, because I don't remember if we actually talked about this in the food episode. Because I know we were talking about restaurants and stuff like that, but maybe not in 5 minutes, but 4 minutes. Fast food breakfasts. Fast food breakfast places. So I have my opinion on it. Do you guys have an opinion on what you think the best fast food breakfast? So Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, White Castle, Taco Bell, any fast food place that serves breakfast. What is your go-to fast food breakfast?
Taco Bell.
I was gonna say Taco Bell or Wendy's typically.
So I agree with you both on Taco Bell. They are hands on the best breakfast. They need to fucking put it everywhere. I hate that it's not everywhere. Only certain Taco Bell serve breakfast. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know.
It's like the one in Streamwood, in front of the Walmart, like by the Tony's or whatever. They don't do breakfast. They don't. And I was like, I'm gonna get Taco Bell breakfast. It's right there. Nope. They don't do breakfast.
So they don't open until 10:30 or 11, right?
10:30. Yep. So the ones in Elgin, there's the one in Elgin that does do breakfast, and there's the closest one to me does not do breakfast. So it's like I would do Taco Bell breakfast all day, every day, but you can't do that. So the reason I brought that up, I decided to pool my wife's brain and mine together, and we have created our own breakfast crunch wrap at home, and it is fucking awesome. Just saying. It tastes exactly like Taco Bell's. It's so good.
You guys do like the hash brown. You guys do like the hash brown puff with the scrambled eggs and what, bacon, sausage, cheese.
Yes, we do.
Nice.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Ooh, man, dude. I don't know how you feel about guacamole, dude, but I put their guacamole. Like I ordered it with the guacamole in it, or they have one that has it in it. Oh, bro, it was so good. It was so fucking good. Oh, I loved it so much. It was so freaking good. I was like, oh, bitch, I need to fucking get this every time. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys agree with that, but you guys both need to try White Castle. Well, Dan, you've had White Castle breakfast, right?
Yeah, I did, but for some reason, I didn't get cheese on my chicken and waffle.
Chicken and waffle slider?
Yup.
It doesn't come with cheese.
Well, it should.
Crispy bacon breast topped with bacon strip and sandwiched between two Belgian waffles. There's no cheese.
I thought it came with cheese.
I'm sure you could have asked for
cheese.
Oh, man, I'm getting hungry. We need to stop talking about food.
Casey's breakfast pizza is actually pretty good.
We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah. It's delicious.
Dude, it does hit. It hits. It freaking hits, especially when they're like fresh in there. Man, the sausage is all right, but I like the bacon one better. Oh,
No, yeah, bacon all day.
Bacon's better than sausage.
I don't know. Sometimes sausage hits better for me. Sometimes, depending on where I get it from. Yes, I know how that sounds. That's not what I'm trying to fucking say. But I mean, I love bacon. I love bacon too. I could eat bacon on just anything. But like, sometimes it's just like, give me like one of those sausage patties, dude. Those things freaking hit.
Nah. Ashley likes
Maybe good
sausage
sausage
more than
patty?
bacon.
I don't like it more than bacon. I think I like it just about as much. And like I said, sometimes it just hits better. It hits different. It just depends on the day.
Yeah.
Some fast food sausage though, I just don't like.
Like McDonald's fast food sausage?
Yeah, it's not great. Neither is Burger King's.
Burger
King's
King?
fast
Yeah.
food sucks.
No, I agree with that.
Their
Yeah.
ham sucks too. Dude, I freaking had like one of their ham for sandwiches once, and I was like, never again. I'm not touching this shit ever.
Dan, wasn't you and I that were talking about Canadian bacon yesterday?
Yeah, we were, right? It's just ham.
Yeah.
What I said.
Yep. No, I agree with that. I think I agreed with that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I was going to try Casey's Pizza and they didn't have any. Or they had like 2 things of sausage, and I was like, well, I'm not eating that. I like sausage. I don't like sausage on my pizza. I'm not a sausage on pizza guy. I don't like it. It's okay.
Yeah, I think we talked about it on this program here. The superior topping is
Pepperoni.
pineapple. I'm just playing.
No!
It's pepperoni.
Pineapple.
It's pepperoni, but like I said, pepperoni, pineapple, jalapenos, the 3 P's.
I'll give you 3 P's.
I bet you would.
Oh boy.
Yeah, dude, freaking pepperoni, pineapple, penos, dude, freaking so good on freaking pizza. Eat it up. A little extra cheese on there, bitch. Hell yes. They can't eat that much cheese because
Lactose intolerant.
Been getting lactose intolerant in my old age.
Oh boy. Friday night, plug it up.
I never thought it would happen to me. I never thought it would happen to me, but lo and behold, my guts had different plans.
Your guts were like, nope.
No, why would you be in dairy country and freaking be able to freaking consume cheese? No way. Well, I'm not in dairy country, but we're close enough to it. We get pretty good cheese over here.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin's right there.
Wisconsin. I think you guys should. We should make a day trip up to Milwaukee one day.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
We
would need someone to drive because I think if we all, that's it. We go up to Milwaukee and do the Friday Night Shit Chat 50th episode from a brewery. We're gonna take you all on a brewery tour. But we need someone to drive. We don't have a driver. I'm not driving.
I mean, I would if I knew I wasn't going to drink, but I'm going to drink.
But you're going to drink. So, how much do you think an Uber would cost from Chicago to or from
a lot?
A fucking lot.
Will they take you over state lines?
Some people would. I mean, it's close enough. I feel like they probably would.
Give them like $1 tip, like, "Hey, you were awesome, but we're going to spend all of our money on beer."
Excuse me, fucking imagine.
Thanks for the hour-long conversation. Here's $1. We're going to spend all of our money on beer and think about you.
Here's a. It's now that you said that. Do you talk to your Uber driver if you ever take an Uber?
The only time I've taken an Uber was in Vegas, and when my wife and I first got there, we talked to our Uber driver. But like I think when we were packed in the car, we didn't. I definitely didn't talk to the Uber driver when I peed my pants at that wedding. I told you guys about it. I definitely didn't talk to him then, but I don't know, Dan.
Usually just like a hey, how you doing, and then I'll go off of their energy if they want to talk or not.
I'm about the same way. Yeah.
I mean, I sent you guys a picture of
I'm
how
about the same way. Then again, I'm like that in real life in general. Like, if you feel like talking, then yeah, I'll talk your ear off for a bit. But if not, like, I'm just gonna do my business.
Fiddle my thumbs in the back of the car.
Well, yeah, usually listen to a podcast or something.
Have you heard about hit podcast Friday Night Shit Chat?
I have, and I listen to it.
Oh, do you?
I do.
I think they're on episode 13 right now.
They are. Wow. They are indeed. Yes, episode 13. They're moving right along.
Yeah. I tell you said we and then they. Like, if you're gonna continue with the bit, get it right.
It's
okay?
fluid like that.
Oh man.
Anywho,
you know what tomorrow is? Oh wait, no, never mind.
Tomorrow is Saturday. Dindy, baby.
Dindy.
Can't wait to get off work and play. Well, sleep, go home, sleep, and then come and play. Speaking of which, actually, I'll probably type that in the group chat to ask.
Are we going in on pizzas? Is that what you're gonna ask?
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, I was like, hey, would anybody want to go on pizza?
I'd be down for that.
Like, I don't mind feeding myself before, but I kind of have a hankering for pizza. I don't want to be the only one that fucking either shows up with a slice or.
Okay. I have to double check with the wife unit and see what we're having for dinner on. Oh wait. I might be on my own the next 2 days with dinner, so pizza might be good. Yeah, there's some stuff going on in the background with that stuff, but we I'll let you guys know offline. But yeah, if pizza would hold on, from where?
We could figure that out. We can figure that out on the day, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have a preference, but I don't have a preference, if that makes any sense.
What's your preference?
I mean, something good. Potentially, like, not a chain pizza if we can muster it. If not, I mean, I don't mind.
All right, Dan, what kind of pizza do you want?
I'm not picky.
You guys are both so helpful.
It's pepperoni. What's that pizza we got last time? The first D&D session.
The Marcianos?
Yeah, Marcianos.
No,
was it Marcianos? It's either Marcianos or White Cottage.
It was. Oh wait, what was it? Ooh. I don't think it was White Cottage. I feel like it was Marcianos that we got.
It might have been Marcianos. They're close by.
Yeah,
I actually don't remember what what pizza it was. I'll have to ask the wife unit about that one as well.
Yeah, I've got a hankering for some good pizza. So
Pizza Hut.
That's why I was like, I mean, maybe if we have to. Like, if everybody's only willing to put in like a couple of bucks, then yeah, Pizza Hut. But if anybody's willing to go like a little bit more than that, then
Nikko, I just spent my entire paycheck on Pokemon cards, so you get nothing.
You lying sack of shit. You get nothing, sir.
Where's our D&D group chat? Let's see.
There
it is. I want to say it was Marcianos. So, I mean, Marcianos is good. I mean, they were way better when we first moved in. But
they're
somewhat solid, I guess. Shout out to Marcianos for $1 beer days. Oh wait, they took that away. Never mind. Shout out to Marcianos for $3 beer days on Mondays and Tuesdays. Oh, see, we can do Friday Night Shit Chat for Marcianos, but it'll be like
Hey,
Monday night chit chat.
dude, oh my god! So that just reminded me. There was a place I used to go once in a while to meet a coworker of mine. Oddly enough, sorry if I was talking off mic here. Oddly enough, at that manufacturing place that I told you about, Nick, that I used to work at, my coworker there, he lives like a stone's throw away from this place called Tapalpa in Elk Grove, and they used to. Well, they don't do it. I don't know how much they cost now. They used to be $1. They used to be dollar margaritas on Mondays. I think they're $1.25 or $1.50 now. Bro, I'm talking about like, and obviously like they're pre-mixed or whatever, but they are heavy on the tequila in them. Like they like you could taste the tequila in them a little bit, and I mean, especially at the time that when I went there, dollar margaritas. And for one, I didn't even have to pay for them. My buddy paid for them. He was like, oh yeah, he's like, if you want to buy food, buy food. But he's like, I'll take care of your drinks or whatever. So I get like fucking, I think I drank like 8 or 9 margaritas. And then, I mean, it cost him less than a freaking tenner for all those margaritas. So like
8 or 9 margaritas. Dude. Jesus Christ.
Man, let me tell you, they freaking like after like the third one, you stop tasting the tequila and then it goes down with water. So just putting that out there. And then on top of that, they had really damn good food. So like, man, we used to freaking put away some margaritas over there and just chit chat the whole fucking night.
Oh, maybe watch the thing again.
That's the thing again. That's number 3. Oh. Usually just like watching hockey or something like that.
Hockey,
having a good time. It was good. It was good, dude. It's been a while since we've done that, but yeah, it was fun. Definitely fun. And that place is, I think it's still around. I would imagine it is.
Nice. I can't believe they were doing dollar margaritas.
That's crazy.
That was some time ago though. That was like, it's got to be at least. Let's see, I got let go from there in 2015. So that was over 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago for sure.
Damn.
But they were freaking awesome, dude. They definitely were. And it was a nice little place, and it's family run pretty much. So like the owner and his wife would, they ran it, and then obviously like they had a nice staff, and everybody was very friendly, and their food was good. Like I said, the dollar margaritas. I mean, dollar margaritas, you can't beat it, So it'd be irresponsible not to freaking take advantage of the dollar margaritas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't do it anymore, but
I think I would actually have to be the DD on that one if you had dollar margaritas. Also, going back 5 minutes ago, yeah, it was Marciano's. I double checked the group chat. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, dollar margaritas, man. I think Ashley would be like, can you drive?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Well, especially from there, because that's Elk Grove. That's at least like 30, 40-minute drive.
Yeah. There's a good brewery in Elk Grove. You guys heard a microphone?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, microphone's great. I think they went mostly stouts now, but when they first started out, most of their beers were off of like parodies of like music records and songs and stuff like that, lyrics.
Oh, okay, nice.
I think they're mostly they mostly dropped that whole charade or whatever. Charade? No. They dropped the stigma. I don't even know what it stigma balls in your mouth.
Son of a bitch.
They dropped that whole thing though, but yeah, Microphone used to be like another one of those breweries that were sought after all the time because like their special releases were awesome, and now I think they're just a basic brewery.
Basic bitch brewery.
Basic bitch brewery.
Triple B's.
Triple B.
Oh,
That's funny. I like that.
Oh yeah, bro.
Microwave. Gigi's Playhouse.
Another bar that I went to out there. Where is it though? I don't think it's maybe it is in Elk Grove. Or is it Arlington? I don't think it's Arlington Heights. What is it called? Pilot Pete's, is that it? It's like right next to the airfield right there. Say what?
Isn't that a gas station?
Oh,
Pilot Pete's. That's like the Gino went there.
Roselle, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is Roselle. Yeah, it's right there on the airfield.
They got a good chocolate cake.
Oh, Dan's coming in with the chocolate cake.
I tried their food. It was pretty good.
Yeah, Gino's been there before. Gino's been there. That's all I can say about that. I've never been.
That's all I've got to say about that.
And that's all I've got to say about that. My Elk Grove. There's something else in Elk Grove. Oh no, I'm thinking Arlington Heights. Because Mitsuwa is close by. No, it's not that close.
Oh, I love Mitsuwa, bro. Mitsuwa is so good.
Yeah,
So
Ashley
awesome.
was there not too long ago. She got her ramen, waited 45 minutes for it. I laughed that she waited 45 minutes for some noodles.
That's wild, for real. 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, she said
It's
the
not
line was
just noodles.
nuts. You know who wasn't there? Me. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe this goes without saying. Maybe I think I might know the answer. Well, no, maybe not. Have you had like actual ramen before?
Me? No.
Yeah, you. No?
Well, I have. It comes in those packets that say Maruchan. Maruchan.
Not that.
It says authentic
Definitely
ramen
not
noodles on it.
Yeah, it's definitely not though.
No, Ashley's the ramen connoisseur. I just I like American food and Italian food. And I don't even really like Italian food that much.
But see, you've never tried ramen, right? I mean, do you like soup?
No, I hate soup.
No, man.
Sorry to disappoint. I don't like soup.
I don't know.
I don't.
like
soup doesn't do it for me. Like what? There's nothing like filling in soup. Like, oh, you eat it to stay warm in the cold. I drink coffee.
Not if you're in a fucking Latino or Mexican household, bro. Fucking soup is eaten in the warmest days of summer.
Let me tell you this: I'm not in a Latino or Mexican household, so.
I know. I'm just saying. I said not in a Latino household.
I'll never come to your guys' Tia's house in the summertime because I'm not eating soup.
Dude, my grandma used to make freaking she used to make freaking soups all the time. Like, she stayed with us for a little bit. My dad's mom, I should say. She stayed with us for a little bit 1 year, and it was definitely like from the spring through the summer, I believe. And like it was, dead middle of summer, and she's making like soups for us to eat. And like my dad grew up that way, so he like loves soup in the middle of, like, it doesn't matter, he just loves soup in general. I didn't mind it too much, but it's definitely like if it's like over 75 outside, I'm not gonna necessarily be wanting to eat like hot soup. And my mom fucking hated it so much. She was like, it's so fucking hot in this house because she's got the stove. She's like, I love that she cooks, but damn, she's got the stove cooking. She's making fucking soup. I don't want to eat soup. It's fucking hot as shit outside. She still ate it though. So, oh man, yeah, it's I mean, I don't know, Dan. Can you attest to that? Is that definitely like a Latino thing, or maybe it's just a Salvador?
Oh yeah, they picked the hottest day of the year to make soup, man. It's hilarious.
Literally,
never fails.
Can't get it caldo de pollo. Like, what do you mean? I'm making
100 degrees out. Heat wave.
Pozole, it's fucking hot, but save me a bowl. Oh Jesus. Uh, um, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess ramen's. I mean, it's technically a soup because it has a broth or whatever, but it's not like soup as you would think it's soup. You know what I mean? Because typically soup has like, I guess it's got vegetables, it's got meat, it's got a noodle in it, but really like the best part of it isn't like the stuff that comes with it, other than maybe the meat. Typically, the meat is really good, but it's almost always the broth is like the best part. It's the same with like pho. Pho, the best part of pho is by far the broth. It's like the best tasting freaking broth you could ever have. It's really good.
And it's really filling too. It's not like regular soup.
I
was gonna
It
say,
really is, yeah.
I'm pretty stuffed after a bowl.
Oh yeah, dude! I would freaking eat a bowl of pho and I go take a nap because it's like I'm time for bed. Did we lose Nick, or is Nick still here? Nick, are you here?
I think he said he's gonna be right back.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm trying to think. I love pho. I love ramen. Pozole is really good. I'm not a big fan of menudo. We talked about this, I think, but
oh yeah, we did.
yeah, on the phone. Yeah, menudo's.
That's something
love
else, man.
What?
I don't get the hype.
Of what?
Menudo.
I don't know what that is.
It's a soup.
Oh.
It's a Mexican soup.
Oh, okay. Nice.
What is it made with again? It's pork something, but it ain't like
Pork,
good.
like stomach line or something, or intestine, some shit like that.
It's not intestines. That's chitlins. I don't think that's what they make it with. But I know I think it's stomach.
It's like the stomach lining or something.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know you want some, Nick.
Maybe. Not really. It's soup. How you guys looking on beers?
Oh,
I'm actually going with the third one. Thinking about grabbing a fourth, but what about you guys? How are you looking?
Done.
Yeah, I'm done with mine. I actually did a fourth today.
Ah.
That's it? 4? That's it?
That's it.
In 2
I thought
hours?
about
That's not
grabbing
bad.
one, but... Well, I mean, I had fun having this little chill night where we mostly talked about scalpers and shit, but
that was a topic.
it definitely was a topic, yeah. But I mean, I think that's all I've got for tonight, guys. You guys got anything else you want to touch on before we hop out of here?
No, I'm all good, Nick.
It wouldn't have been the topic if I wasn't collecting Pokemon cards randomly, but yeah, you know. I'm good.
All right.
Nothing.
Well, I've got nothing either, so I think that's gonna be it for tonight, folks. So for Friday Night Shit Chat, thanks for joining us. Leave us some comments. Let us know if you are joining us on the hill about White Castle.
S-tier burgers.
Do you like soup? And if you're a scalper, fuck yourself. Friday Night Shit Chat. I've been your host, Nikko, joined by my co-hosts. Nick.
And Nick.
And
Bye. Yep, bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Here's
How long I've been waiting for this.